So today is Friday, the 26th of January. It's 75 degrees out today. Crazy. Oh man, absolutely beautiful day. I worked yesterday finally after 6 weeks, whatever it's been. I haven't worked. I worked yesterday all day, and then I worked half a day today. I was supposed to go back to work just now, but on another job, but they didn't have materials in, so the rest of the day off. To Monday I'll be back at a job, and then I'll probably have work for the rest of the week next week, so be able to catch up on some bills. I'm behind on rent this month. Child support I'm forever behind on, usually around $1,000, because of they hit you with so many goddamn fees for child support. If you're late on child support, it's unbelievable the amount of fees that you gotta pay. So like once you get behind, it's very hard to catch up. And then once you catch up, one time you pay late and you're right back in the hole again with the fees. So anyways, so I'll be back at work all next week and hopefully have enough money to at least catch up on rent and my smaller bills. I don't even try to catch up on child support anymore. I'm just like $1,000 behind every month. No big deal. Like I said, it doesn't even go to my son. It goes to my narcissistic ex, who spends it on whatever she wants to. But yeah, I'm at home right now. I'm just sitting out in the yard. Brandon's inside doing some riding, and you can hear the towns cutting down trees over here, taking all our privacy away. And then my neighbor's over here working, and the road noise, so it's probably pretty loud. But I just want to put this video out to let you guys know this is not easy, man. Giving up all these dopamine hits and these habits and these programs and these things that we say, oh well, I deserve it, I deserve this. It's been a long time, I just got back from Sherwin-Williams right down the street here, and they didn't have the materials, so my day is done then. And as I got in the van and I'm driving back, it didn't even hit me like, what am I gonna do? Oh, this or that. Immediately it was like a vision in my head of drinking a beer, cooking a steak, smoking a cigarette. You know what I mean? But it passed by the time I got back here, because I think through it, and I just laugh now when that happens, because I just see how deep those habits and programs. Not only are you fighting the addiction itself, which is the dopamine hits, or if with food you're feeding parasites and that are sending signals to your brain that are trying to get that. And then of course you want to feel comfortable, you want to feel good. Then you're fighting the urge because you deserve something. Because I haven't drank in almost 3 years now. And so I'm like, what's it gonna hurt if I go get a 24 pack of beer and a handle of whiskey and a couple packs of cigarettes and fucking couple steaks and some potatoes and make some food and drink some beer and relax. And it's laughable, because it's all poisonous to my body and to my mind and to my system. And it's just funny how quickly, like immediately you go to that justification, like, well, I haven't drank in 3 years, it'll be okay. What's wrong with that? Or, it's only a couple steaks, it's okay, you've been doing good. You're almost 60 days into juicing. You're okay. It's not gonna hurt you. You're just being silly. And all these things to justify it, and like it's like I deserve it, and then you're like, no, and you think through those things and you're like, well, I deserve to relax and have a good time. And it's like, why do I associate poisoning myself with relaxing and having a good time? It's just like the mindset is just so fucked up. So not only are you battling the addictions and the parasites, but you're battling the habits and the programming and I guess the habit of, always looking to be comfortable, always looking for that quick quick feel good, that quick distraction, that quick take my mind out of this reality, that quick dopamine hit, that quick, just whatever. It's just so much, that's involved with it. And that's, that is the human part of this. That is the price we pay for being 40 years old and having gone your whole life and building these addictions and supporting these abusive programs and habits, and training your body and your mind to think that you deserve to toxify yourself. It's just ludicrous. It's funny. We bamboozle ourselves. We keep ourselves enslaved. It's us doing it to ourselves. Nobody else is breaking my arm and saying, go have a beer, go have cigarettes, go have a liquor, go cook some steaks, go eat some cooked food. Nobody else is doing that. I'm doing it to myself. It's my own battle. That's loud. But yeah, so it's just funny how we do it to ourselves, and it drives people crazy. Like, if you haven't, this healing has so many different aspects to it, because it's not just quitting the cooked food, or quitting the processed food, or quitting the sugars, or quitting the artificial dyes and artificial flavorings and artificial colorings and the all of that junk. It's not about just that. It's about the child work and healing your inner child and addressing that. It's about facing all the things you've been running away from your whole life. It's about facing those monsters and those demons, the monsters that hide under your bed and the demons that are constantly after you in the background. It's about turning around and facing these things, and and that's not all that's involved. There's also the the racing thoughts. Us with anxiety have racing thoughts all day long, just constantly thinking, just shit running through our head, like dialogues and narratives running through our head. And it's sitting with those things, and because those things are never going to go away until you do all these different aspects of this healing. All that stuff's never going to go away. None of it. It's not going to go away, guys. You can't just take care of your diet and then expect a miracle, and you're not going to put in the work to do everything else that needs to be done to become whole again, to heal. It's not going to happen. You got to sit with every single one of those thoughts. You have to sit there instead of getting anxiety and then go hitting your dopamine hits. You have to sit with each one of those. No music. If you put on any music, like binaural beats are good. Certain binaural beats, are good and will help relax and calm you, so that way you can calm down. But facing these things, sitting by yourself, not looking to go hang out with friends or go out in public or go shopping, or distract yourself with your hobbies and your interests and all these things outside yourself. You're never going to heal by giving your attention to other things outside yourself. If you're suffering, if you have issues and problems that need to be addressed, and you just keep on running away from them year after year, and they pile up, they get worse, they don't get any better. It's not going to be easier to heal tomorrow than it is today. So you can keep on pushing your healing off. You can keep on denying the reality of your situation, and keep on thinking that there's going to be some savior or some magic pill or some hero or some quick answer. You're going to win the lottery and everything's going to be okay. You live in fantasy land. You're running away from yourself. You're running away from what is, and then you're expecting things to change and things to get better for you, and it's never going to happen. That's the definition of insanity: doing things over and over again, the same things all the time, and expecting different results. It's never going to happen. This healing is all about aligning your thoughts, words, and actions, and this healing's about aligning your thoughts, words, and actions, and walking in truth, fact, and reality. Period. It's that simple. You need nothing outside yourself, and the healing is the healing. The meaning of the healing is realizing that were born whole, and that the only reason you think you need things outside yourself is because that is the abusive, traumatic programming that we were all put through. There's a loose dog over there in the woods. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's got a harness and a leash on him. I don't know, but so that is the abusive, traumatic programming. That was the core of that, was to instill this program in you that you have fear, lack, desire, worry, and all of that comes from the ego. All of that comes from abusive, traumatic programming. You were born whole. You need nothing outside yourself. Now, on your healing journey, you might need certain modalities. You might need certain things, to in order to assist you and pull you out of this rut and start assembling yourself and healing again, like binaural beats or breathing techniques or meditation or yoga. But use these things, but don't worship these things. Use them for however long they are useful to you. But when you see that you're starting to worship these and you can't live without them, that is a habit. That is an addiction, just like alcohol, just like food and anything else. You got to, the whole purpose of this, the end goal of this whole healing process is to reclaim your wholeness, your essence, your authority, your sovereignty. That is the whole goal of this. It's realizing that you don't need anything outside yourself. And until you do, you are so deep and far away from your healing. It's you better get started. Because think about this, guys. There's economies that crash all the time. There are nation states that are crashing all the time, and the people plunged into total poverty with no monetary system, no food, no nothing. What if that happens in your country? What if all of a sudden, because this stupid ass country, America's over $30 trillion fucking dollars in debt. How is that even fucking, you can't even wrap your mind around being that far in debt. So in our fucking money is goddamn zeros and ones on a computer screen. It's all made up. It's all fabricated. It's all fake. It's all bullshit. And the global economy is pretty much the same way. So, this stuff can't just keep going year after year after. What are we, 10 years from now, going to be $500 trillion in debt? I mean, come on, think about it, guys. This is stupid. The only reason this is still carrying on is because they're pushing it in every way they can. So what happens when the economy crashes and you can't get all these dopamine hits? You can't get your liquor. You can't get your cigarettes. You can't get this fucking fast food. You can't get this processed food. You're a carnivore now, buying all your meat at the fucking grocery store. What about when there's no more fucking meat at the grocery store and you're not a carnivore anymore? What, is your fucking world going to fall apart? You know what I mean? Is your healing going to stop? Or all of a sudden you're fucking just going to lose it? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you think you've healed by, becoming a carnivore or fucking changing your diet and that's all you've done. What about when those things that you rely on, that nutrition, which is complete horseshit, is all gone? What about when you can't have access to it? What about the drugs you're on when this economy shuts down, there's no more pharmaceuticals? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you rely on your fucking medication for your blood pressure, you rely on your medication for your anxiety, you rely on your medication for fucking 50 different goddamn stupid ass things that you think you have that are all caused by your fucking not healing yourself and being lazy? What do you think's going to happen? You know what I mean? So you got to wake up to the fact of everything, man. What are you going to do if the economy crashes tomorrow and you're neck deep in your goddamn distractions, entertainment, breads and circuses, and your fucking, what's that shit called? Addictions and dopamine hits and TV and entertainment and all that? What if they shut the grid down? Because they close the monetary system, they're going to shut the grid down too. You got to think about that. If the monetary system goes, they're shutting the grid down. They don't want you communicating with people. That's going to be gone. So, you better start thinking about these things and take this shit seriously and quit making excuses and justifying your fucking lazy ass and your fucking apathy and all that bullshit. Start you got to start putting that attention on yourself. Take it away from all these distractions and dopamine hits. But that's what I wanted to say. You know, I mean, I have no reason why in the world why I can't go get a case of beer, a handle of whiskey, and 2 packs of cigarettes, and a few steaks, and some goddamn, you know, russet potatoes, and sit here and make myself a hell of a meal, and goddamn enjoy myself, and put on some fucking loud ass music and just relax. And you know, but that's not it, guys. That is not taking care of myself. People who care and love about themselves do not intentionally poison themselves. Oh, well, Richard, you haven't drank in 3 years. It's not like you're going to poison yourself to death in one night. No, but you are not going to intentionally intake toxins into your body. If someone who cares about themselves and loves themselves is not going to use the excuse, oh, well, I deserve it, as a reason to fucking put toxins and poisons into their body. That is stupid. That is slave-minded. That is somebody who deep down inside is insecure, hates themselves, and is full of fear, worry, lack, and desire. And is not facing their shit and taking care and minding their own business, minding their own self, minding their shit, you know. So, you know, that's what it comes down to, man. But yeah, I mean, I just want to share, man. I mean, this is difficult. It is extremely difficult to desire these things when for 30 years, anytime I wanted a fucking drink, I went and got a fucking drink, period. It didn't fucking matter whether I was in the middle of the workday, whether it didn't matter. I was a highly functioning alcoholic. So, you know, to always get what I have wanted whenever I wanted it, and now to have that discipline and be taking that personal responsibility and understanding what it means to love myself, and, you know, and what it means to care for myself, and what it means to take care of myself, and what it means to prove that I trust myself, and what it means that, you know, I know what's right and wrong, and what it means, you know, and then doing it. That's personal responsibility. That's discipline. That's honesty, and courage. You know, so. You know, I just want to share, I'm a human too, guys. It's not easy to say no to these things, especially when you haven't had them forever. And you know, according to everybody else, why not? You know, why not? What's it going to hurt? It's going to hurt me, because I am becoming whole again. And like I said, healed people that are healing, people that are healed, people that care and love about themselves are not going to intentionally ingest poisons and then try to justify it by saying, I deserve it. That is ignorance. That is hypocrisy. That is stupidity. It's foolishness. So just a little word getting out to y'all today. I hope everybody's doing good and taking care of themselves, because nobody else will.